listening to the Scoop Slam Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Scoop Slam Podcast. We are back once again. A very uneventful week in wrestling, but a very eventful week for the state of California as so much hate has been targeted at the country of Canada between Dynamite, Rap Game, Lakers. We're here to break it all down because I'm pissed at the Canucks. But to help me break it down on the other end of the call, as always, is my good buddy Ryan, the co-host of the Scoop Slam Podcast, the historian of the Scoop Slam Podcast, is here as always.
Yo, Micah back at it again, and we're keeping it tight today. We're going to talk about the draft or what WWE produced as a draft, or maybe mention that briefly. And then we're going to get into a little fun today. We're going to do something a little different today.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, the draft, as I said, kind of uneventful. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so we came together and basically thought of a good idea to just have some fun today and just do a little bit of a shorter episode because an uneventful week in wrestling is actually pretty enjoyable for once, considering since we started the podcast, everything crazy happens.
Yeah, and now we got another PLE coming up next week.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, don't even. AEW going to monthly has just wrecked my whole schedule.
Yeah, it seems like it's every other week now. We have a PLE or pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, it was legit 2 weeks because there was WrestleMania, then like 2 weeks Dynasty, and then 2 weeks this weekend is Backlash, and then in like 3 weeks is Double or Nothing, and then I don't know, Money in the Bank is next, right? Or is it Bash in Berlin?
I think it's King and Queen of the Ring.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's a whirlwind, but hey, we're gonna be here through it all. It is good content for the most part. But before we get too far into anything, the staple of our show is sponsored by Dead Threads. Though they are not affiliated with the NFL, NCAA, NHL, anything like that, they got great merch for all your favorite sports teams. NBA playoffs are going on, and while Jamal Murray is number one on my most hated list right now for putting out my beloved Lakers, I got to give credit where credit's due. The rest of the playoffs are going on, so get you some Timberwolves merch when the Nuggets go down, and get you merch for whoever else you're rooting for in the NBA as playoff season is among us. The NHL is also in playoff season. That's not really my thing, but if that's something you enjoy, go get you some merch. Really, any sport out there that you like, they've got good shirts for it. It's comfort color t-shirts. They're super comfortable. I wear XL. They fit me well. And I gave it a wash. All the print is still good. It didn't shrink. So all that stuff is what matters to me, as I am a little bit heftier than most. Not really, but I do wear XL. But yeah, they've got great shirts, great merch. Go get you some for, like I said, all your favorite sports teams, except for wrestling. They don't have anything for wrestling, but hey, the future is always forward. But Dead Threads does sponsor a segment of our show, which is the take of the week, the brain dead take of the week. And this week, Ryan, I don't have anything, so I'll let you take the floor.
Okay, yeah, I think I got something. Not a huge take, not pretty controversial one. I had to go to my favorite place to get these takes. Micah,
let me guess.
Oh, okay.
Is it the AEW official Reddit?
You might be right. Yeah, I went to AEW Reddit official. And I saw this post a few days back. And the post that I got was started by 666 Viker. So shout out you for this thread. Yeah.
Not digging the name.
Okay, maybe it's just his area code. I don't know. AEW is closer to OG ECW than it'll ever be to WCW 2000. It's a high budget disruptor, a wrestling company built more in the ideology of Paul Heyman than Eric Bischoff or Vince McMahon. There is no closer comparison point from the ultra violence to the innovation and the controversial promoter. I don't think modern pro wrestling fans could handle what Paul Heyman was doing pre 2001. And that's not even the take I have for Brain Dead Take of the Week, Mike. While that is a Brain Dead Take of the Week, I got this commenter down the way, Alexander Rendon. Shout out you. He says, or she, or they, whatever preference this person has. Yeah, of course. Yeah. At this point, I think WWE is closer to 2000 WCW than AEW will ever be. With all the Vince allegations and shady stuff that they tried to hide, there's more chances for WWE to belong to the Saudis in 5 years than AEW going out of business.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what they put, man. They said there's more of a chance for WWE to belong to Saudi Arabia in 5 years than AEW going out of business. Yep.
Okay, I guess that doesn't make any sense at all.
They said WWE is closer to WCW 2000 than AEW will ever be.
No, there's a
not even close.
No.
they were losing record revenue in 2000.
Yeah. They're making more money than they've ever made, and I don't think WCW is doing anything positive. Like, literally one of the most infamous incidents is Bash at the Beach 2000.
Yeah, WWE's closer to that, Micah, than AEW will ever be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the original post, I can kind of agree with. Like, I think the train wreck style that AEW has lends itself closer to WCW 2000, where it's a lot of like, let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. And a lot of it doesn't seem to be landing as of recent. But I can agree.
ECW had intimidating wrestlers. I mean, AEW has the Young Bucks and Jungle Jack on top.
The scapegoat.
Jungle Jack. Sorry.
So, I mean, yeah, you got a point. They did have more interesting personalities, but I think they are similar in the fact that it's more, I don't want to say innovative wrestling, but more match-centric wrestling. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say?
I get you. It's more about the matches than... ECW did have personalities, but the whole selling point of ECW was crazy stuff that you wouldn't normally see on the major league shows. Yeah, I get that. But comparing Tony Khan to Paul Heyman, that's stupid. How is Tony Khan controversial? Tony Khan is just anti-social. He's an anti-social, a message board, basement mark that has $1 billion. How is he close to what Paul Heyman is? I don't get that. How's that controversial?
People think he's controversial just because he makes digs at WWE, but Paul Heyman was controversial because he made digs at everyone, including his own network that he was on.
Yeah. And Heyman didn't come across as a basement dweller mark like Tony Khan does.
No. Heyman may be a goof at sometimes, but not in the same sense that Tony comes off.
Tony Khan doesn't seem like he knows how to talk to people, you know?
I mean, some people are just like that. I think he is antisocial, but there's points where it's like he should just not lean. Yeah, he shouldn't lean into the direction that he does. Like when he wanted to say that WWE was the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling. Why not just say Coke? Why can't you be Pepsi and they be Coke?
Well, Micah, they are all sexual predators over there. And AEW does nothing wrong, even though they hired Ric Flair and Jimmy Havoc and they had Joey Ryan on the roster. None of that matters.
and the EVPs are friends with
Jericho.
well, you got me there, but that wasn't where I was going. Marty Skrull.
Oh yeah, old Marty Skrull, the villain as they called him.
Oh yeah, he's a real villain, all right.
He's a villain to all the underage girls in the UK, I'm sure.
Yeah, what a proper title. But that was the brain dead take of the week. I do have to agree. The first take is interesting, but the second one,
Yeah, I can't co-sign that second one. I'm sorry.
no, not at all. To say that WWE is closer to WCW 2000, I would say WWE is closer to WWF 99, 98. Not in terms of the product, but in terms of just the crowds. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which,
agree.
I mean, as Punk said, they're not there to make friends, they're there to make money.
It's a business. It is a business.
Well, anyways, as we said earlier, we're going to have a little fun today. So the WWE Draft was largely uneventful. I mean, not a ton changed, but we kind of want to do something different, a little shorter episode. So got together and came up with the idea of having our own draft. So basically, Ryan, I'll let you pick which brand you want to be, but we're going to both get 15 picks just to keep this real short and concise. I mean, eventually we're going to be drafting Yoo-Hoo from NXT if we go too far. So we'll both get 15 picks. We'll get a minute on the clock. And then if you kind of want to describe maybe why you're picking this person or why you think they fit together and or team, I'll let you pick the brand, and then we'll do the same thing with WWE where they kept the champion. So if you pick SmackDown, you got Cody as your world champion and so on. Or if you pick Raw, you got Damian.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Raw. I grew up a Raw kid, man, so I'll let you get SmackDown. Are you gonna pick first?
I can flip a coin right here because I got a quarter on the table.
Go ahead.
I'll pick Tails since you got to pick the brand first. It's funny you picked Raw because I grew up a SmackDown kid, so that was who I wanted anyways. All right, I'm doing the coin flip now. Okay, and it is Tails.
Ah, okay.
So with the first pick, let's see here. So there's a lot to go off of. If I'm SmackDown, I need a good heel to challenge Cody. I'll go ahead and start my timer.
And real quick, we are going to try to keep this realistic. We're not going to be drafting Tatsuma Fujinami over here.
Yeah. Only employed WWE wrestlers. And for my first pick, I got to go big star personally if I'm going to put him up against Cody because that would be the main feud to me.
Yeah.
Roman is a close choice. I mean, that would be nice, but if we're taking into the fact that he's not going to be here weekly, I need a top heel who's going to be here weekly.
Okay.
And I think for my first pick, I'm going to get Braun Breaker.
Wow. Oh, okay. Explain. Why are we taking Braun Breaker with the first pick here?
Well, to me, I think he's got a lot of energy. He's a decent promo. I guess there was another guy I could have taken, and I may take him next, but I didn't see him before my time ran out.
All right.
But I also think that Braun could potentially take the title off Logan and then kind of have a culmination point where it's U.S. champion versus world champion against Cody. And I think they could have a really good match because, I mean, Cody's obviously, he's young, but he's a veteran, so he can still go in the ring. Braun's just got that tenacity. I know I'm bigger on him than you are. And I don't know. I like old Braun.
Yeah, I can see him being your next big thing on SmackDown. But, Micah, I need star power. I'm on Raw. You know, this is where the big boys play on Monday nights. This is the flagship show, the longest running weekly episodic TV show in history. So I need a big star. I am going with Roman Reigns as my number one pick. And since I'm getting Roman Reigns, I assume I get the bloodline. Do I get the bloodline, Micah?
What are we considering the bloodline?
I need Solo and Paul Heyman as well. They're part of the package.
Okay, just Solo, or do you want Tama Tonga as well?
Well, we're gonna need Tama Tonga, and if Jacob Fatu turns up, he's gonna be there too.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't include Jacob Fatu yet.
Okay. He's not technically on the roster. Okay.
All right, so you got Roman, Solo, Tama, and Paul.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to start. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it had to be done. I need star power. Had to get Roman. Even though he's not there, when he is there, we're gonna do big ratings on Monday night.
That's fair. Now, I don't know how you get him versus Damian, but it could work.
Well, I can't have Damian as my champ. I mean, he's dropping that title next pay-per-view.
To Roman? He's restarting it?
Of course. I mean, he's number one pick, son. Gotta smash him over.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how that one's going to blow over with the IWC. But
what do they know?
They're our fan base.
Oh, okay.
A big guy who is involved in the IWC is my next pick. I'm going to get another heel, which I guess I don't know if Braun is a heel or babyface, but he is. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I guess he could be whatever, but he's one of the best promos in the business right now to me. He's somebody who I've really came around the past couple months. The second pick on SmackDown has got to be Drew McIntyre.
God. That's my guy.
He should have been my first pick, but I forgot about him.
Yeah, that was going to be my guy. Okay. You got Drew. Okay. That's a good pick.
And he could be good to go against a potential, if Braun was babyface and was going to turn heel later, Braun versus Drew for the U.S. title. I could see it.
Yeah. Whenever Cody drops the title, I can see Drew being your next champ.
Yeah.
That was going to be my guy, though. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. I got somebody in mind.
Okay. I'll start your timer now.
Okay. With my next pick in the Scoop Slam WWE Fantasy Draft, I'm selecting Gunther with the number 2 pick. Yeah, Gunther is my guy. He's going to be my ace of the brand, somebody I can build around as a future star. You know, not a young guy, but he is younger in the limelight. So he could have a good little run on Raw. I can see him being my world champion down the line. Maybe beating Roman for the title because, like I said, Brees is dropping that title at the next PLE.
Which it's kind of funny, too. We've all selected 4 heels.
Well, you know, heels are the most interesting people.
Yeah, they tell the truth. That's why Drew is at the top of the card. Man, I feel bad because he should have been my number 1 pick. I didn't even think about it.
He's gonna be mad at you, Micah.
Yeah, he might cook me. But speaking of a man that Drew McIntyre is mad at, I gotta get my 3rd pick. You know, I really want to get him first, but I felt like I needed some heels to bolster the roster up. I gotta go with my man Phil Brooks. CM Punk's coming to the blue brand.
Man, it's a good pick.
We got some star power over here now.
Is he full time or is he gonna be a part time guy?
We'll take him back semi.
Okay. All right. See, I thought you were gonna build this brand around young stars. You're getting the old guys now, man.
Why? Drew's in his 30s.
You're getting the retirement home, man. What are you doing?
Oh, come on. You got Roman.
Roman is timeless. You know it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I acknowledge him.
He's got to dye his beard back black. It just look good as new.
Get him a fresh fade.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get a fresh fade, you feel like $1 million, Mike. You know how you feel when you get a freshly new haircut. You want to go do errands around town, and you want to show off that new haircut. Yeah, you want to show off that new haircut.
I did just get a haircut like 2 days ago.
Oh, all right.
Well, I'll start your timer for your 3rd pick, the 6th overall pick.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta go with a. I
You
want
got
to
a
go
heel
with that
champion,
guy.
but you got a babyface Sammy in the mid card.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I wanted to go with that guy, but he is your champ, Logan Paul, so I can't get him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Since I do have Gunther on the Raw brand, I'm gonna go with a young guy. I'm going with Ilya Dragon.
Okay. I like that
Yeah.
pick, honestly.
I can see him and Gunther in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament too. The one that's
Yeah.
coming up in a couple months. I can see that.
Which that was actually one of the picks on Raw and SmackDown that we really didn't talk about. But I'm glad to see Ilya get pulled up to the main roster because, especially when guys get that NXT championship level, they kind of cap out on what they can do. And Ilya is somebody I think is main roster ready.
He's got to change that finisher. I don't like that. The H bomb.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
He's a really good wrestler, so I think he could swap to something by the time he really catches his drift on the main roster.
He's smaller in statue.
Yeah, but I mean, if he got a really good submission, even if he just morphed it into like a spinning elbow, like a Wade Barrett used to do, or him just coming off the maybe not top rope, but just rebounding off the ropes with the elbow, I think that could work.
Yeah, I agree. He needs something different though. He's a small guy, so his options are kind of limited because you want something that you can do on everybody.
Yeah. The fourth pick is different. I'm gonna go ahead and start my timer here, but I really don't know who to choose.
You can get some ladies up in here, Mike.
That is true. But I think I got one more home run babyface pick.
Okay.
And I'm still looking for him, but he's in here somewhere.
Well, you can turn somebody babyface.
Yeah, that's true. You know what?
I was scrolling through. This can't be the whole roster.
I know it feels. There's like 230 people on this roster, yet it feels so small.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue the old trend. You know what?
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and take him off the board. Let me get LA Knight staying on the blue brand.
Okay. All right.
We got some talkers on SmackDown. I don't know what y'all doing.
Whoa. We got the bloodline. That's all the talking we need.
Yeah, once a month.
It'd be glorious. Give him the whole 3 hours. Okay,
Glorious.
you pick LA Knight.
You picking Bobby Roode?
Well, is he available? If he's available, he has a job here.
Yeah. All right. I got your minute on the clock, sir.
Okay. I think I need a baby face too. LA Knight would have been nice. My heart's saying Miz, but I know my show probably gonna tank if I got Miz as my number one baby face.
Could get Bobby.
I think I'm gonna go Randy Orton.
Okay. Good pick.
Yeah,
he was close to being the one I got.
He's reliable. Get the crowd involved, big star, recognizable. Can't go wrong with Randy. His match is gonna stink, but his program should be interesting.
That's all right. He's got aura, brother.
Oh yeah, we cooking up cinema on Monday nights. What do you got?
We got no. We got some promo guys. Come on now, Punk, LA Knight.
Yeah. I guess you're right. You got Braun Breaker. Yeah, fiery promos he's gonna cut, huh?
Oh, he's got a good. He's got the Steiner voice.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the Steiner promos.
He's all right. I don't mind him.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start my minute, but while I'm doing that, can we select NXT champions or no?
Let's leave the champions alone in NXT. I don't want to rave their champions.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I know you want Trick, but you can't have Trick.
I was thinking about Trick, but I was also thinking about Oba.
Oh man, him and Braun on the same brand.
Oh man, we got some horses on SmackDown. You know what? I'm gonna go over to the women, and for my first pick, I'm going to get Rhea's on the sidelines. That would be my first pick, but I'm gonna go ahead and get Bianca Belair.
Okay. Bianca. Who's your champ? Bayley?
That'd be Bailey, yeah.
Okay. All right, Bianca. Nice building block around the division.
Mhm.
You see, I didn't want to do this, Micah, but sometimes in real life drafts, just like in the NFL, when somebody gets taken off the board, it sends ripples across everybody else's draft board. Since she got Bianca, I'm gonna have to go with Jade. One with Jade Cargill.
I like that pick. I think that was about to be my next pick.
Yeah, I gotta go with Jade.
That puts
But
me in a pickle.
did you watch the NFL draft last week?
I watched like the first round. That was about it. I followed the rest of it.
Bro, it felt like when Penix got drafted, it sent like ripples across. Like everybody just started reaching on quarterbacks at that point.
I don't even know why they picked him.
There was no reason to pick him. They just signed a very old quarterback for a lot of money, and they drafted the oldest quarterback in the draft that has injury history. Why would you do that? What was the point? He's gonna sit behind Kirk Cousins for 3 seasons while he'll be 27, 28 years old before he gets to take a snap.
Oh, apparently, Owen is not a big Michael Penix fan.
That's how I feel when they drafted him.
See, good God. I don't know. I can kind of get it. Like, the injury history doesn't worry me as bad if it weren't for the fact that, like, they just signed Kirk Cousins. And if they signed Kirk Cousins to be in, like, a leadership role for, like, a year for $10, $15 million, okay, that might be one thing. But no, this brother is bringing home.
Boom. He got signed for $180 million. But my thing is, Micah, if you were going to draft Penix, why didn't you just bring in Justin Fields for a 4th round draft? You could have got Justin Fields for a 4th round draft pick.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have had to sign him for anything. And you still could have drafted Penix. What was the point?
I think they're in a win now mode because they've got all that young talent with Bijan and who's that receiver they got?
Well, they still got what was that? I'm trying to remember that tight end I drafted.
Oh, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
I'll never forget that I'll never forget that name for all the games he's cost me.
Yeah, the idea of him was better than the actual player. But, Micah, you can't draft a 25-year-old quarterback to sit behind somebody for 3 seasons.
I agree.
He is probably at his ceiling as far as potential goes at this point.
I don't know, maybe. Because quarterbacks are weird because we're in a different era of quarterbacks, too. Because, really, we're in a different era of, like, all athletes. Because now it seems like people are more late bloomers. A lot of times, guys don't really start hitting their stretch till about 27, 28.
But teams are a lot quicker to get rid of quarterbacks nowadays if they don't reach their max potential by like 20. By their first contracts end, if they don't reach their max potential, they'll move on from you.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point. How do you see somebody's potential if he's not going to be the starter because he's sitting on the bench?
I wouldn't draft the Penix. I would have got Kirk Cousins some more help as far as offensive line goes, and I'm sure Penix would have been available in the 2nd round.
Yeah, almost. I don't know. Even then, I'm sure they could have gotten somebody to sit behind him, and maybe we'll eat, all this crow in a couple years whenever Penix becomes the next Patrick Mahomes. But I just don't know. I think he's a good quarterback.
It was a lot of quarterbacks taken in the first 12 picks.
Yeah,
six quarterbacks.
It's a offense-heavy league now. I think like the first 20-something picks were offensive or something.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be looking back fondly of all those quarterbacks in about 3 seasons.
No, that's how most of the time it goes. Like, there's 1 or 2 I mean, you got to think, dude. There's only 30 quarterbacks that start every year. Now, I mean, obviously some get hurt, but I'm saying 30 quarterbacks start, and most of them ain't elite. You might have 10 that are elite, true elite quarterbacks, but
I don't even know about 10.
I mean, we could list them off, but we got a draft of our own to get to.
Yeah.
And
Wrestling
speaking
draft.
of young talent, I got my pick locked in, even though I've kind of been looking at it for longer than a minute.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with some youth. I'm going to bolster up this women's division. I got to go with Tiffany Stratton for my next pick.
Okay.
Not good on the mic, but she's pretty good in the ring.
Her voice annoys me.
Well, that's kind of the gimmick.
To be annoying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She's like every sorority girl, you know.
I feel like they've done that gimmick 1,000 times in WWE.
Well,
Have they not?
you're not wrong, but
All right. I'm looking. Oh man. Wow. Bro, we must hate Seth Rollins, huh?
oh man. I completely forgot he was out here.
Bro, how you gonna draft Tiffany Stratton before Seth?
No, I still stand by that statement. I still stand by that pick.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad here, but I don't care. This is my show. I'm gonna book this show how I want it to be booked, and on my show, the new biggest babyface star in this women's division, I'm going with Nikita Lyons, number 7.
Okay.
Oh, number 6. Number 6.
Yeah,
Wait,
number 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nikita Lyons.
6. Nikita Lyons. Yes, sir.
She gonna go up against Becky?
Becky might not get drafted on my board, man.
Man, she's your champ.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have her relinquish the belt.
Oh man, so you're just burning all your champs immediately.
Bro, we're booking this show how it's supposed to be booked. We don't need Becky on this show. Give Becky a couple months off. Nikita, she's earned that title, Mike.
Really? With what assets?
Well, she has a lot of assets. I don't know if you're a blind man, Mike. She is my number 1 babyface on this roster. And we're going to Netflix, so we're gonna bump up that rating a little bit.
Oh, okay. Get a little R-rated. Yeah. Don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Yeah. Still a great line.
Yeah.
How did that get through?
I have no idea. Like, I could buy it today, but like then, nah.
My God.
Well, even now, they probably wouldn't mention it.
She was on the roster at that point, too.
Oh, Jesus. Really? I didn't know that. I thought that's when they were making that movie. Well, no, she was still on the roster then, too.
Yeah, she was still on the roster. And she was dating Del Rio at the time.
Oh, God. What a poor decision.
Yeah.
Well, for number 7, I don't really know the direction I want to go in here, but I think I got to go with a tag team.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to try and get as many as possible here because I can get a tag team and some mid-card players. So I think that I'm going to grab the Alpha Academy.
Okay.
Now, whether they make it all the way through is yet to be determined, because I may draft another tag team and put old Chad with somebody else. But we at least have Otis and Akira.
Are they a part of the? Oh, dang! Never mind. I was thinking the Creed brothers. I don't know why I was thinking them.
Oh well, we might draft them later too.
Okay, all right. You got the Alpha Academy. I am not going to select a tag team, Micah. I'm going to go with Jey Uso.
Oh man, how did he make it this far?
His matches stuck with us, and
Well,
we didn't want to see that.
I gotta say, was brother me getting drafted? I don't know.
Nah, I think NXT needs guys.
Yeah, they need veteran talent.
Yeah. He can produce matches over there. Do as many super kicks as he want.
Well, I got let's see here. I got 2 baby faces, 2 heels. Well, really 3 heels if we count Chad Gable. But the question becomes, who in a main event level is really left? What, are you laughing because I didn't? You laughing because I didn't pick Seth Rollins?
Yes. Who could possibly be left? This last world heavyweight champion.
That's crazy. He's still not coming off the board. Let me get Legado del Fantasma.
Okay. All right. I like them.
I like that gives me some guys in the
How do you spell
tag
that?
team. Yeah, we're just going Legado del Fant.
Okay.
That'll work. Also, the picture, if you go to just SmackDown, it has Roman and Santos right beside each other. And like, I'm not saying they look I'm not saying they look just alike, but there's some similarities.
Yeah. I think it's now I'm looking at it right now. There it is. Yeah.
That's just Hispanic Roman Reigns. You can't change my mind. But for the 8th round, Ryan, who you got?
Bro, Seth is not gonna get drafted on my board. Dude,
I keep looking. I'm like,
I don't know. I can probably get him later on.
Yeah,
I'm going Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, okay, that's
Kevin
a good
Owens.
pick. I was thinking about it honestly.
Yeah, I like KO. KO's coming to. They'll probably be in the mix with the mid card. Maybe do a once in a while PLE. He can probably steal a PLE main event.
Yeah, I can see it. I forgot to mention before we started this, if you would like to look at the roster that we're picking from, it's on the SmackDownHotel.com, which obviously I'm sure in the back of everyone's mind who's listening, there's probably like somebody there thinking, oh my God, how have you not drafted this person? Like, because Seth, I did not even think of him.
We don't want
him. No, not at all.
We do not care.
But for the 9th round,
yeah, who you looking at, Micah? Who you got?
I gotta give me some more women in here. I only got 2 women, 3 including the champion. Well, we got 2 baby faces and 1 heel. Let me grab another heel, and I'm gonna go with somebody who I think is one of the best workers in the women's division right now. Let me get Io Sky.
Now, do you get all of Damage Control?
Yeah, I think so. Let me get all of Damage Control.
All right, Micah. You only got a 2-hour show. You're getting a lot of factions here.
That's true. Hey, I like faction warfare.
All right. With my 9th pick, I am going with the Pride. Bobby Lashley, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and B-Fab.
I was thinking about getting them, not gonna lie.
Did they just start calling them that on TV? I don't remember them having a name until recently.
I think it was right before WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure they announced it then, because I thought that was when I first heard it.
I feel like they could do way more with Bobby.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Hey, he'll be good for Raw for you.
Yeah.
You put him in a good light again. Dude, there's a lot of these NXT women that I have never heard of in my life.
Oh, who are you looking at? I'll see if I can enlighten you a little bit.
Like, who's the one I was looking at just a second ago? Kendall Gray?
Let me scroll down. Because, a lot of these people, this roster isn't exactly up to date. And, they change a lot of people's names.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Like Stevie Turner? Never
Oh,
heard of
okay, yeah.
her.
I know who that is. She had some sort of. I'm not even pretend like I know what it was. I seen it one time. It was like some weird vignette that she had where she was kind of like a time traveler. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Doctor Who gimmick.
NXT have those weird gimmicks.
They really throw everything at the wall and see what sticks down there. I got to give them some props for it, but
Did you see that girl that got drafted, Kiana James?
yeah, I've only heard of her by name, never seen anything about her.
Well, I will never forget in NXT, she had a feud where one of her matches, the stipulation was if she wins the match, she wins a bar that is owned by the other wrestler that she was feuding with.
Like Fallon Henley and them?
Yeah, they were feuding over a bar, man.
All right, well, I mean, hey, we've seen worse fights over things. What about I want you to be at your best?
Okay, yeah, I guess it is better than that. But still, though, they got some weird stuff in NXT, man.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's a money-making venture, so it's kind of like they're fighting over money.
They treat it like it's Lucha Underground sometimes. They actually kill off characters.
Yeah, they killed off Drew Gulak, didn't they?
Yeah, they killed off one of Tony D'Angelo's goons, and then he showed up in AEW.
Yeah. What is it? What was his name?
Was it Stax?
Yeah. But what's his name in AEW? Isn't it like
I don't know.
because he's with Maria Kanellis now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. For the 10th pick, this is getting
There's still some big names on the board. Let's not kid ourselves.
yeah, like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, there's one more that I'm looking at. I cannot believe you haven't picked.
I'm not gonna pick him, but I wonder if it's who you think, or I wonder if we're thinking of the same person. I am going to go with the Judgment Day, which I guess leaves Damian by himself. Or do you? Is the Judgment Day a package deal?
Judgment Day is a package deal, son. Come on now.
Dang, I want a Dom.
Come on. I'm trying to break up my faction.
I want a Dom. You can honestly keep the others. I really don't care.
Dom is what makes it.
I mean, yeah, because who wants Finn Balor in 2024?
I do not. He would not have a job if he was not in the Judgment Day.
Or JD McDonough, let's be honest. You know what? SmackDown.
I see more value in him than I do Finn.
Well, yeah, because he's younger. But I mean, other than that, what else you got? I gotta go AJ Styles. I mean, I know we're old, but
dang, geriatric SmackDown.
Come on now. We got some young talent.
Do you?
Yeah, we got
your boy Carmelo.
We got Legado del Fantasma, Tiffany Stratton.
They're not gonna be anywhere near the main event scene. You know it.
Tiffany, yeah.
I like Santos. SmackDown.
Yeah, she's good in the ring.
She can be main event your SmackDown with CM Punk on the roster and Drew McIntyre.
We're gonna have main event talking segments.
All right, okay, fine. AJ Styles, good pick. Good veteran. Micah, I am so surprised that you have not picked this person because I know you are a big fan of this person. But I'm going with Charlotte Flair.
Okay, I thought that's who you were talking about. I wasn't sure because she was hurt, but I was like, I don't know.
So you want to? We can withdraw her name from the pool since she is.
Nah, because she's been out for a little bit, so she'll probably be back like 3 or 4 months. So I think that's fine.
All right. Well, Seth is hurt too. Then we just don't want him. So
nah, we just don't want him.
Trust me,
that has not influenced my pick at all.
He's gonna go undrafted.
He might.
I don't know. I see some more players that I want, but I might come back to him. I don't know.
Yeah, there was somebody I was just looking at because so in terms of heels, I would probably have Braun be a heel. We got Braun, Drew, Chad Gable, Santos, and now AJ Styles. In terms of baby faces, we really only have Punk and LA Knight. So who?
Yeah, I got a lot of baby faces.
Hey, that's what I mean. The heels are where the money's at, but you gotta have a good baby face to get behind. You
You
know,
want to trade? Let's trade.
in the middle of the draft.
Okay. All right.
Let me think here. I will look down at developmental for a moment.
Where my Lex defenders at?
Yeah, where my Lex offenders at? Who is Lucian Price?
Oh, he's part of the. Wait a minute. Let me see his picture. If I just. Okay, yeah, he's part of the Out in the Mud faction. With Script.
Okay.
Yeah, they ride the bikes to the ring.
Oh God,
They have
I have seen that.
They have a very interesting female with them. I don't know if you've seen her.
No, who is that?
Miss Jada Parker. She's very popular online.
Yeah, I've heard about the hype online.
Yeah, everybody's saying she's gonna be a big star because she has a look, Micah.
Like Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah, you already know.
I'm probably past my minute here, but man, I need a baby face.
You do need one.
Let me go. Let me go mellow. I'll get him baby face.
All right. You need some youth. I don't hate that pick for you.
Yeah, even though you don't like Carmelo.
No, he will not be on my show. But since you are picking from NXT, I think it's only right that I pick from NXT too. I need a guy with a gimmick. So I'm picking Tony D'Angelo. I'm picking Tony. Yeah, you're right. I'm picking Tony D'Angelo though. I need the mob boss on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I actually do get a kick out of Tony D'Angelo, man.
I'm very surprised by that pick.
I don't know. It's just something about the mob, man. I'm very fascinated with the mob.
You should watch The Sopranos.
I know it's on my bucket list, man. I just have so much that I got to catch up with. Like I got a dent. I put a dent in Death Note because I have been watching a lot of that. I got like 12 episodes that I watched over the last couple of days, and it's really good, man. I'm almost done with that.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite anime. Like, it's just a very interesting concept, and then I won't say anything till you're done with it. So it keeps you guessing. Like it. Yeah, because you'll be like, man, how's it gonna get out of this? And then that little bum 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 starts playing, and you're like, huh? Let me, I'm gonna go back to the Fountain of Old and get another baby face, but oh no, I don't want to do that because then I'm gonna interlock the whole feud again.
I'm not picking any tag teams.
I'm not getting him. I'm gonna go the Creeds. Speaking of tag teams, I'm gonna go the Creeds.
Yeah, you picked on all the tag teams, man. I just don't. I feel like there's some bigger stars I can get.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but there is a division for a reason.
Yeah, but I can make guys. I can get guys undrafted free agents and make tag teams. I don't think there's a must-get tag team in this draft. The Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express are not in this draft.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But with the Creeds, all right.
I got him in a good angle with Chad Gable. Have them all turn heel.
All right. But more heels, huh?
Well, but then you turn Otis and Akira Tozawa babyface. Hey man, we're heel brand.
All right.
Gets our baby faces that much more over.
All right. Well, I go with an exciting baby face that is well known across the world, Micah. As you know, anybody that has a little bit of knowledge and that has watched wrestling over the last 15 years, if they see a masked wrestler anywhere on a wrestling show, they will automatically ask, is it this particular guy? And that is why I'm going with Rey Mysterio.
I would have died if you had swerved me and said, and that's why I'm going with Dragon Lee.
Kalisto is coming back to WWE.
Are you getting the LWO or just Ray?
No, we just getting Ray.
Okay.
I don't know about those other guys.
See, that's what I wanted.
We'll get Zelina.
Okay.
Yeah, she included. But everybody else can go. Carlito too. Is Carlito included? He's still part of them.
Well, he kind of turned on them, but we'll include it for now.
No, but I seen when they drafted the LWO, Carlito's picture was on there. Yeah, which made no sense because when they drafted Gunther and Imperium, they did not have Da Vinci up there.
Dang. You weren't kidding. They just like beat the piss out of him, and now he's like gone.
You gonna miss him?
Nah, well, no, I guess I will.
There you go.
I'm gonna go with probably one that I should have gotten earlier, but I kind of once again forgot about him. But somebody who just got called up from NXT. He's big online. Let me get Dijak for my 13th pick.
That's a steal right there.
I forgot about him, not gonna lie.
I think everybody forgets about him.
Oh, come on.
Bro, he's been with the company a long time.
Yeah, I hope they can make it work this time for real. I think he's really good.
Yeah, he's a big dude too. Big boy. Dang, man. Is this it?
Getting a little slim. There's always
Bubba Ray? Why's Bubba Ray there?
I don't know. There's always your freaking next pick. You know who.
Well, he will not be on my freaking draft board. I'm going to Rick O'Shea as number 13.
Oh, when you pronounced it that way, it really threw me off. The way that my mind read it was legit like Rick O'Shea. I was like, is that one of those NXT guys?
It sounds like it could be his name in NXT.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Shea
like a Vinceism. Yeah, you could have him join Tony D'Angelo and he could be Rick O'Shea.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't hate it. Tag team right there.
Yeah, I'm booking.
I like Ricochet. I like Ricochet.
Yeah. He's good, and they did put that speed championship on him. I don't know if you saw that, but
yeah. And he beat Gargano. Or
yeah, that's true.
I think they're having a match this Friday, actually.
Oh well, you always get over at my house as long as you beat Gargano. I'm gonna get another giant, and I'm gonna get a baby face. Let me get Braun Strowman for my 14th pick.
Wow, that's something I didn't expect. You a Braun Strowman guy?
Well, he's big and he can yell into the mic, which counts as a promo when you're that large. So we'll take it.
His return actually did get a lot of views on YouTube. I don't know if that's a measurement for how over he is, but
I don't know. He's weirdly over. Like people gravitate to him. I guess just because he's freaking massive. But
yeah,
I don't
when
know.
you see a big jacked up dude beating up everybody and throwing people around, when you don't really see that on wrestling shows anymore, it does stand out.
Yeah, I was about to say he stands out in a crowd of guys who are really like shoot 5'10".
Yeah, Gargano 5'6".
No, that might be giving him a few inches. Pause.
Oh man. Dang man, there's some guys like Karrion Kross. I don't want him.
There's still some good talent on the board, but like I keep searching.
Nobody I
Man,
want.
there's got to be better.
Nobody I want to feature though.
Yeah.
Odyssey Jones is interesting.
He's big.
He is big. I think I can do something with him.
You
I'm going
Odyssey Jones? Okay.
Yeah, I think I can do something with him. He's a big dude.
Well, for my 15th pick, I kind of made a point to keep him this long on the board, just in case he would stick around. I wasn't looking forward to it, but let me take Seth. I think I can maybe make something with him.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna hold out in training camp since you drafted him so late.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna take him unless he was last, because I was considering two other people, but I'll wait for you to pick first.
All right. I can't go part-time guys, right? You want to keep it realistic.
Yeah, like no Rock or nothing.
Okay, all right.
No Cena.
Oh man, can I go with Cena's childhood hero, R-Truth?
Hey, you can get Truth. No, you already got Truth. He's your tag champ.
Oh yeah, okay. Never mind. Dang, man.
I feel bad because it's like some of these guys aren't bad, like not by any means, but when you got to pick 15, like
yeah. And I don't know if I can get anything out of these guys. Who the heck is that?
Who?
I was looking at Easy Dame. Who is that?
Easy Dane?
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but she's gonna stay right there. Damon Kemp? Where's his brother? Is his brother not on this roster?
Oh, Diamond Mine?
Yeah, the Olympic guy. What's his name? Gable Stevenson? No, he's not available. I guess not. Jeez, man. I can't pick Booker.
Come on, there's got to be somebody.
I'm looking.
Get your man Brooks Jensen.
I think he needs to cook a little longer, man. No disrespect.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
We're not in a hurry to bring him up. We got something planned for him, but
it's like Javon Evans. I was thinking about him, but I was like, man, he needs to cook a little bit.
He has no gimmick whatsoever. Just a guy that can wrestle good. I'm going with Joe Gacy.
Okay. People like him online.
Yeah, he has that kind of weird Bray Wyatt-esque kind of charisma to him. Big time indie guy. He was a former CZW world champion. He has a gimmick, which they kind of did tone down a lot. Because when he first got to NXT, he was doing the whole. I don't know if have you seen South Park at all, Micah?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you know who PC Principal is?
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of doing a gimmick similar to that in NXT 2.0 when it first started, but they had to tone it down because they started getting some backlash.
What do you mean? Like from people online or like the network?
From people online, because they were kind of portraying PC culture, like ultra PC stuff. Hey, you can't say that. He was doing that on TV, but being portrayed as the heel while doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then it kind of makes people that like agree with them look like bad people. Yeah, I can understand that.
So they kind of pulled the reins back a little bit on that, and he went with a whole cult-like character after that. They did. It was a little too Wyatt family-esque for me, kind of busted. But there has been rumblings online that he's going to be involved in this new Bo Dallas faction, which I don't know if you've been following online.
I've seen bits and pieces. I mean, they've kind of hinted at a couple things here and there on the TV, obviously QR codes and stuff. But then if you follow the dirt sheets, like I heard Eric Rowan apparently was rehired recently.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of people are thinking that like you said, Joe Gacy is probably going to get brought in.
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Loomis may be in it. Alexa Bliss may be in it.
Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Triple H does love his factions too. We know that.
They've been playing music too during the commercial breaks, like they did when they brought back Bray. I don't know if you've been seeing that.
Yeah, I think you sent me a couple of them. Yeah.
So they're doing something.
Yeah, it's interesting too. I like that they do that a little bit, where it's, if you don't pay any attention to it, then it's not a big deal. But like for, I guess, the more online fan base, the more keyed into the dirt sheets, like kind of like I was talking with last week with like the Otis thing. If you do something, you kind of cast it out to just a house show crowd. It's going to get shared online. Well, then that kind of builds interest from all the online fans. So then, I don't know. There's like two different ways to go about things. I don't think doing things strictly online just to get to the IWC is the right way to do it. But like with certain people, the people that want to dig, it's a good way to get people over or like interested in somebody.
Yes, sometimes you don't have to beat it over somebody's head that, hey, this is what's happening, and they explain it to you over and over again on the show.
Yeah.
Like sometimes a little intrigue and sometimes a little, a little digging that adds to the mystique, and that'll add to their eventual arrival. It'll add to the buzz to it. So, I think it can work. It doesn't have nearly as much buzz as the original Bray Wyatt return stuff did. But, it's interesting.
Yeah. And at the same time that you say that, it shouldn't be, like, I shouldn't have to dig for everything. It's okay to be told the story on a TV show. Like, people take that as an AEW. Oh, well, you just said it was fine for people to do stuff online. But yet when AEW has somebody that you need to look up, like, no, those are two totally different things, because this is an isolated incident and that's a recurring thing on AEW.
Yeah, I agree. It shouldn't be something that happens over and over again, but once in a while, once in a while is okay. Yeah. But when you're having wrestlers that I have to search up every other match, that's a step too far for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to recap our brands real quick? Kind of list off who we got.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so on SmackDown, we got Braun Breaker, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, LA Knight. Those were the first 4 picks. That's probably rounding out my upper mid card main event scene. Then we go down to Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, Alpha Academy, Legado del Fantasma, Damage Control, AJ Styles, Carmelo Hayes, The Creeds, Dijak, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I don't know. Your roster's okay, but it has nothing on my roster, Mike. Because we got really? Roman Reigns up top, the Bloodline. That's all we need. If we stopped right there, we won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we got Gunther, Ilya Dragunov, Randy Orton, and then we got Jade Cargill, Nikita Lyons, Jey Uso, KO, The Pride, Micah. That's stars upon stars. 3-hour packed show full of stars. Charlotte Flair, she's gonna come back better than ever. Probably win another 10 world titles. And then you got Tony D'Angelo, Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Rick O'Shea, Odyssey Jones, and Joe Gacy. Star-studded show, Mike.
You got 2 NXT guys as your last pick. Well, I got Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins.
Well, who wants to see those guys?
Who wants to see your guys? You're talking about stars. We got more stars than the Dave Meltzer AEW review.
Well, nobody has that many stars.
Well, not even this guy. But speaking of AEW, we do have to talk about just a little bit of stuff from Dynamite. I kind of want to talk about the opening angle between our new AEW World Champion and the closing angle between the new Elite Order brother. To start us off, this past Wednesday on Dynamite, Swerve came out, started a promo, basically hyping, himself up, basically saying he knew that this moment was for him. We're in the Swerve era. All this good stuff. But go ahead.
I said stunk, but go ahead.
It stunk.
Oh, it's just he's not over. The dance is over.
I think. Well, hold on. Let me lay the scene, and then we'll break this down, DX style. So, I think he was starting to kind of get a connection with the fans or whatever, and he was just kind of basically hyping himself up. Then the Elite come on the screen and say that they have a challenger for Swerve, and the way they set it up, it kind of made it sound like it was going to be Kenny, and we knew Kenny was there because they talked about it was Canadian and a guy that the people have been wanting to see. And it turns out to be none other than your guy, Christian Cage, with the Patriarchy. They come down, they have a back and forth, and basically set up this match. It's going to happen at Double or Nothing. And the match itself is intriguing to me. I think this segment was okay, but I think it could have been a little better. But what do you think about the setup, and what do you think about the segment overall?
Do the rankings not matter anymore? Are we done with that?
Oh, God, I completely forgot they even started that.
They brought it back, remember?
Yeah. Who's number one?
I guess Christian.
Well,
I don't know, man. It was weird.
They only do the rankings when it helps them for booking.
Well, then why did they announce? They announced it and they brought it back for like 2 weeks.
That's funny too, because I've seen nobody online bring that up.
I've seen here and there people bring it up, but yeah, I don't. Christian lost his last feud to Adam Copeland, right?
Yeah,
that's his last feud, so he's automatically in line for a world title opportunity.
Well, I guess because he was a former champion.
I love me some Christian. Don't get me wrong, Micah, but is this really the right guy to go with for Swerve's first challenger? A guy that just lost, he's not going to beat Swerve.
Well, that same logic could be applied to AJ challenging Cody.
I guess you got a point, but at least AJ won a number one contenders match.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The way I see it, Christian is a veteran guy who can obviously still go in the ring, and he's one of the better promos that they have to go against Swerve. I think that this could have benefited from two things. I think if the crowd was a little better, because I don't know why they go to Canada. Like, I don't know what happened in 20 years, or not even 20 years. Like, geez, I'm getting old. Like 25, my voice is going out. But these Canadian crowds for the AEW shows are just not good. Well, I was going to say Canada as a whole. Maybe I'm just still heated about the Jamal Murray thing, but they were in Montreal a couple weeks ago, and that was a great crowd.
Was AEW in Montreal?
No, I'm talking about WWE.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's the way they mic up their shows, because there was a lot of audio issues the last couple weeks. I don't know. I thought it was my stream, but apparently it's been like a known thing on TBS and TNT that they've been having audio issues.
I don't know. Well, Dynasty sounded like that was a good crowd to me, but there were just parts, even during that Kenny promo. I mean, it was dead silent.
Did you notice that, though, last week? The audio was all messed up, distorted?
I heard people talking about it online, but I kind of skimmed through last week's show. I don't think I watched it live.
Well, you really couldn't understand anything that was happening live unless you were really, really listening. But yeah, I think maybe it has something to do with the way they mic up these crowds. because I saw pictures of the crowd and it looked like a decent sized crowd.
Well, I don't know. It didn't feel like it feels like people get up for the songs, and then when the guys are actually in the ring,
That's your guy.
I guess, hey, that could be said in WWE sometimes too, but it felt like they got up for Swerve when he came out, and then bits and pieces they were there, and then when Christian came out, they were up. But like Christian was getting all this heat, and it just felt like nobody cared. And I think it was a weirdly structured program because if Christian would have said all this to Swerve's face and then attacked him, I think it would have went over better. But he attacked him and then proceeded to cut a 5-minute promo while Swerve lays there. He just took like one belt shot. And I mean, Kill Switch had his foot on him, but like, dude, you can't get up in 5 minutes. Where's the security? Where's the referees? Like, I just didn't understand that. Why is it formatted that way?
Where's the embassy?
That too.
Doesn't he have the embassy with him?
Yes, because Brian Cage came out later in the night and had a thing on his Titantron that said Mogul Embassy.
Well, that doesn't exactly check out, but I don't know. It's a lot of things on this show that you question, like, wait a minute, why didn't he just come out and help him? Aren't they friends? Like, I'm sure we'll talk about it later on, but me personally, Micah, I don't think this Swerve is the right guy to hold that title. And I think the audience is done with Swerve because we are seeing the lowest ratings in the history of Dynamite at the moment. And you can put the blame on the Bucks. You can put the blame on Jungle Jack, Scapegoat, or Okada. But you still got to put some blame on the world champion because the world champion is supposed to be the number one guy on the show, one of the marquee guys on the show, one of your draws on the show. And if people are not showing up to see him, then he's got to shoulder some of that blame, Micah, don't you think?
I don't know. I can't put it completely on him because it's only been 2 weeks. Now, a month, and we'll start to talk about it. But like, I give him until Double or Nothing.
I feel like nobody cares, though, when he starts to talk. People love to do a little Swerve dance when he comes out, but then when he starts to talk, everybody just sits down and like politely applause when he said something.
I mean, maybe the Christian program can heat him up. I do like that they addressed like the reasoning for it because he was talking about he attacked Nick Wayne and all that. So Christians and like they teamed up at the last All In and Swerve took the pin. So that was good that there's like genuinely some good storytelling there. I'm intrigued about this program. Like, but yeah, the ratings it's been pretty rough these past 2 weeks, which they got stiff competition right now because of the playoffs. So we'll see. It's the same way Raw always goes down when the NFL season's around, but
I don't know.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What that makes no sense. There's playoffs every year.
Yeah, but I'm saying it makes because they've been doing like 850, 800, and now they're getting like 600, like barely scraping 7. So
you gotta look at your champ. Look at your champ, Micah. I mean, that all-night gas station opened up. Are we gonna blame that on them?
They're not the marquee. Well, they weren't the marquee of the past 2 shows. Swerve. I don't know why I'm saying they. Swerve wasn't.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Swerve wasn't the like key point of the show. I would say it was mainly Kenny and the Young Bucks.
That should tell you what they think about Swerve. That he's not even the main focal point on the show. Then, well, like they have no faith in him.
I can't refute that because they put his like first promo on Collision, which, well, I say that, but that Collision had good viewership because it was right after the Celtics game. So during Swerve's promo, they got like a 1.3.
Why couldn't you just have him cut promos on both shows?
Well,
because he had nothing to say. Because he's not.
You got a good point.
That's why he has nothing to say. What did he say in this promo, Mike?
He said he deserved it.
Okay. Why did he deserve it? Because he broke in people's houses?
Yeah, he's willing to do
Okay.
anything.
And he dances around. Well, that's his manager. I'm sorry.
I don't know. But speaking of the focal point of the show, Kenny Omega came out later in the night.
I thought you were going to say Brother Zay and Samoa Joe.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Speaking of dancing.
Oh, God. Well, see what happened, because I didn't see that match. I figured it was just a Joe squash.
It was, but it was very comical because Brother Zay turned it up to 11 when he was getting beat down.
He was overselling like Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, man, most definitely. I think Samoa Joe threw him up in like a little, like a high flapjack, and he just let out this scream that I can't describe, Micah, that you have to hear to believe. And it was so loud because the crowd was so silent. But it had me laughing up here watching that match. But
I have to watch it back.
Brother Zay. There's no Mark Quinn around, but Brother Zay showed out.
Well, the main segment on the show was obviously the Bucks and their universe that they were hijacking the show. That was the big theme I was trying to say. But it closed with a Kenny Omega promo where he came out, basically talked about his diverticulitis and what the next steps were for him coming back to the ring. And he promised that he would come back, which honestly, I felt like it was a really good promo for Kenny. Like, I won't say it's just a great promo, just an all-time promo, but for a guy that's not a promo guy, I thought it was pretty good to get the people on his side, which when you talk about serious real-life situations like that, it's hard to not get sympathy.
Yeah, all right.
What, you didn't like it?
I mean, I'm a big Kenny Omega promo fan, so
I thought it was better than he normally does.
I guess. The crowd wasn't behind him, so, I didn't really get pumped up or emotional watching it.
But then, towards the end, we get the Okada face-off. Okada comes out. The Elite interrupt. They end up turning on Kenny due to Jack Perry.
All right.
And then we get FTR coming down to
we're doing this again, huh?
run off 4 guys with 2 chairs.
How did that happen?
They
had no weapon with them either. They just ran down there.
But I thought FTR came out with chairs.
No. Jungle Jack, Scapegoat had a chair. FTR just came out there barehanded, running to the ring.
And they all ran.
Yeah, they scattered. It's 4-on-2. One had a chair.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're doing this again, Micah. We're having FTR versus the Bucks again. Were you excited to see that again?
I thought they did good with what they had at Dynasty, but I don't want to see it again, and certainly not if it's because what's going to happen is now they're trying to flip this and involve Kenny with FTR, and then I guarantee you, just hear me out because I know what's fixing to happen. Adam Page is going to come back, and he's going to be on Kenny's side, and then they're going to have an 8-man tag at either Double or Nothing or whatever else, and it'll be Hangman and Kenny and FTR versus the Elite.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Why didn't they pick Jungle Jack to face Swerve? Or Okada? And, involve Swerve in one of your top storylines instead of putting them with Christian? Now, I love Christian, but let's be real here. He's not going to be the main focal point of the show going forward. Why couldn't they just involve Swerve in this whole storyline?
You really want to see Jack Perry versus Swerve?
At least he would be part of the number one storyline, Micah. Like, you say what you want about the storyline. Yeah, we're not fans of it, but it is getting the most attention. So why couldn't you involve Swerve in this?
I mean, that's a good point, but I don't want to see Swerve in it because AEW has this weird thing of feeling like everybody is in their own bubble. Like the Elite have their own thing, Swerve has his own thing, and like nothing ever intertwines.
But Micah, they have a problem with Swerve. They confronted him in the first segment, they being the Bucks. Why not just have Okada face Swerve? Why not that?
I mean, a good match, but they don't have any. They don't have any promo skill.
But doesn't that makes no sense logically that they wouldn't pick one of their guys that's in their group, right?
That's a good point. That's why I thought they were going to put Kenny in there.
It makes no sense that Swerve isn't involved in the storyline.
I don't know. I mean, I see your point from like a logical standpoint. Why would they insert Christian? However, I'm more interested in seeing Swerve versus Christian than I am Swerve versus Jack Perry or Okada.
Okay, yeah. I just think it's the wrong way to go because you're going to have Swerve as your world champion in mid-card feuds when the main event of the shows is going to be the EVP's nonsense. So you're basically treating Swerve like they treated CM Punk in 2012, giving him mid-card feuds while John Cena is in the main event of every pay-per-view.
Well, to that same token, I was about to say it's going to feel like Punk and AEW when Page was champ because Page didn't feel like he was the main card guy because Punk's feuds were always front and center. And then like when Punk goes to get the championship, well, now there's a big hoorah because, well, you're just the guy because, you make more money or you're not from here or what, whatever the issue was. But that was why I was clamoring for Punk to be champion at the time because it felt like whatever he was doing was most important. But then again, he's CM Punk, and this is Jack Perry and Okada. And I like what they've done with Okada, but he's not ready for the world title.
Yeah, I just feel like they're fumbling this Swerve storyline. I feel like they're fumbling this hard. And people are continuing to lose interest in the shows and in Swerve.
I just don't know what happened. Like, I feel like at the beginning of the year, they were having some good shows and turning things around. And I feel like Dynasty was a really good pay-per-view. But, dude, these TV shows, like, I don't even watch Collision anymore because to me it's pointless.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
And Dynamite is just not a good TV show.
The narrative online now is that the reason that Dynamite isn't doing as well as far as TV ratings and house show attendance is because WWE is hot. Why would that have an effect on AEW? Wouldn't the fact that WWE is hot trickle down to AEW? Like during the Monday Night Wars?
I think some of it, yeah. I can see that because it's like...
That makes no sense, bro. There's more people watching wrestling. So that would mean there's more fans.
Yeah, but we live in a different era now where if it's not WWE, then it's instantly weird or different or it's slandered just because it's not WWE. Back then, there was people that grew up specifically on WCW.
What's that saying, Micah? Rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. That's what I'm saying. There's sides to both of that. I think there is truth in both things, but I also think if AEW was putting out a better week-to-week product, then people would show up. I mean, ultimately...
People would watch.
That's the big key to this whole thing, is if you put on a good TV show, people will end up watching it. Like, you will turn and right the ship. But their pay-per-views are solid, but the TV show... there's no good build up to anything, and it's just good matches. Like, the reason the pay-per-views are good is because at least most of the time they have some payoff. But on the TV show, you just get Shibata versus Jericho, and it's awful and embarrassing. And if somebody walked in while you were watching that, you'd be like, you'd try and change the channel.
Especially on those trunks Jericho was wearing.
Oh, God. He looked like me if I tried to put on trunks. Like, I got the Jericho build, but I'm not in front of national TV every week.
Do you think the fact that AEW didn't build any new stars in 2021 and 2022 is we're finally seeing the effects of that now, that they didn't build any stars from that point when they had all them people watching?
I think that combined with the fact that a lot of their stars are hurt, like a Darby Allin, I felt like benefited from everything that happened in 2021, and he's hurt. And I mean, there's others. Obviously, I can't think of anybody. Kenny is hurt. I mean,
MJF
is hurt. So they're just in a bad spot right now.
Sammy Guevara. They put some gas around him or gas on him in 2021, 2022. Like,
yeah,
he was
I agree with you.
Something.
I just don't think he's a star.
I think they hitched their wagon to the wrong people. Like, they should have been pushing guys like Starks, like Will Hobbs. I know we say this every week, but Ethan Page, man, I saw that they removed him from the roster page, and I just felt like he could have been something big for that company.
He has a decent promo, and I mean, he's all right in the ring. He could have been bigger than they let him be.
Yeah, I just feel like they hitched their wagon around the wrong people. And now you got scapegoat Jack Perry in the main event scene right now.
Matter of fact, what is Ricky Starks even doing?
Oh, I don't know. He was with Big Bill, but now Big Bill's with the learning tree.
Well, he needs to be at the PC.
Maybe he'll. Maybe they'll all get together in like a trios.
What, him, Jericho, and Big Bill?
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, okay. I can also see me throwing up. Dude, that nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see Jericho in trunk. Matter of fact, nobody wants to see Jericho in 2024.
The AEW fans are coming around to it. They are enjoying what Jericho is doing right now, Micah.
Are you serious?
That's the narrative going around. That he had one of the best matches that they've seen in a long time with Shibata. I swear to God. That was that I gotta send you that. I seen that online. People agreeing with it.
Yeah, this is where I just gotta close the show because I don't have anything to say. Like,
yeah,
Shibata walking him down in the trash can. I was like, dude, what am I watching? Like,
oh, you don't like fun, Micah?
Oh yeah, like sorry.
You like wrestling?
What was that thing I sent you? I love pro wrestling or something with like laughing faces or pro wrestling rules. That's what it said with laughing faces. As Shibata's just getting like I've never understood about that spot. You're basically putting armor on a guy and then hitting him with a stick.
The feeling's been restored, Micah.
Yeah, okay. Well, the closing feeling has been restored for the Scoop Slam podcast. We're taking it home, ladies and gentlemen. Short show. We got in Dynamite. We got in.
You want to do Backlash predictions real quick?
Oh God, yeah, I completely forgot.
We'll do quick Backlash predictions. There's only like 5 matches on this card.
Yeah, I'm about to say
this basically is the SmackDown PLE because there's only one Raw match for this whole show.
Yeah, and isn't it just the World Heavyweight Championship match?
Yeah, that's it. Raw's down bad right now, bro. No,
they need to add about 2 matches.
For Raw?
No, for just the pay-per-view. Just make it like 7. I don't like 5-match cards.
I don't want to be too long, but maybe that's why the Go Home Raw show is so mid, because there is no Raw matches to promote for the Backlash show coming up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could get 7 matches on here. Make the Randy match 10 minutes. Make the Kabuki Warriors match 10 minutes. Have the Cody match 25. Let Damian and Jay go 15. Let the women's match go 20 or 15. And then you add like 2 10-minute matches and you're golden.
You want to see that 15-minute Jey Uso match?
Well, I'm just trying to be courteous, but speaking of, let's start from the bottom of the card. Backlash France this weekend, Saturday. We'll be here to review it as always. We got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga.
Got Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga is going to win.
Tama Tonga.
Yeah, and Jacob Fatu debuts.
Yeah. I think that's the going thing, but I don't know if Jacob Fatu can get a visa because doesn't he have like legal issues?
Bro, if the Usos can get in, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, well, you got a good point. Yeah, I think the same thing though. Bloodline wins, Jacob Fatu debuts. Following that, for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Jade and Bianca. That's easy right there.
Yeah. This should have been the WrestleMania match, and I predicted that, but I think they just did that to get more girls on the card, or women on the card. But yeah, Bianca and Jade, I like that pairing anyways. I think they'll do good. I think that will make the Women's Tag Team Championship actually mean something. So I'm looking forward to that. Triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton.
Got Bayley, she'll pin Naomi.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to take it off her at the 1 month.
Well, no, I know that, but you don't think she'll pin Tiffany?
Nah, she's still new.
Okay, well, I can see it, and then it may make Naomi have a mean streak, too, because they do need a couple more heels on SmackDown in the women's division. For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, we got Damian Priest versus Jey Uso.
I think Jey. I'm going to pick Jey right here.
Really?
Bro, I feel like something has to happen on this card because it feels too predictable. Like, way too predictable.
I don't know. I feel like Damian will win this one. If I didn't feel so strongly that Bianca and Jade were going to win the championships, I would say Jey just because there would be no new champions. But okay. I just don't see him taking it that quick off of him.
When's Clash at the Castle?
That is June 15th.
So Drew McIntyre is going to be in that match. He needs a babyface to wrestle.
And Jey is on the poster.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going to go. I think Jey wins the title.
That would be interesting. I could see it. I don't know. Like, I don't think I would be shocked, but I would be a little surprised if that makes sense.
He's the most over babyface on the roster. That's full time on Raw.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, they could bring up Baron Corbin. You know, in France, they go crazy for him.
Is that true?
No, yeah, like for real. They had a house show over there, and he was like the most over guy.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Am I missing something?
No, but like I remember that happened. It was like last year or whatever. They were going nuts for him. It was funny.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. It couldn't be me.
Maybe he'll do a run in. Maybe he'll be on the pre-show actually.
Yeah, I mean they could have like a. Well, no, there's nothing Corbin could be in that I'd be interested in. I'm not even going to kid myself. For the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, the most predictable match on the card.
Yeah, it's Cody.
Yeah, there's no way. They may take it off him at SummerSlam, but not. It ain't gonna be the AJ Styles.
I'm interested to see the crowd.
I think they'll be hot. I like what they did last year with the around the world PLEs, and so I think this would be a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Because I don't think I've ever seen them do a show in France at all.
They got to get Rene Dupree out there.
Oh, bro, they get Rene Dupree out there. That's a guaranteed sellout.
La Resistance. Hey, I liked them back in the day.
I seen him at a house show against John Cena.
You lucky dog. that was like Dr. Thugonomics John Cena too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he cut a little freestyle on Renee before the match. And my dad, he got the whole crowd to pop because he pointed out that Renee wasn't wearing any underwear underneath his tights, and it was very noticeable. Yeah, it was very noticeable. My dad, yeah, bro, that junk was flying everywhere, man.
I just imagine your dad standing up.
He ain't got no drawers on, man.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, that's like one of the only things I remember from that match.
You're scarred.
Well, Rene Dupree though.
Yeah, he could make a run in, but anyways, we're gonna run out of here. Short show. We'll try and keep it short next weekend for Backlash, but we'll see you next week. As always, make sure you follow us at Scoop Slam Pod, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever else you feel like following us. Threads, all that good stuff. Make sure to check out Dead Threads. The link will be in the bio. It's on our link tree. Click the top link. Get you your sports merch for your favorite teams, and make sure to come back next week so you can be scooped and slammed. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a good one.